Hello everyone, and happy day to you, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha and I also go by CreativiTeeByT, and if you are new to watching the channel, I do welcome you and I hope you consider subscribing, and thank you to all of my returning subscribers for coming back and for your continued support. So in today's video, I will be sharing my contribution to the hashtag Tshirt4Summer2022 challenge that is being hosted by the wonderful Joei of Joei. If you have not heard about this challenge is for those of us who sew to sew up a t-shirt dress, or a jumpsuit during the month of June. I have already sewn up a jumpsuit this month and I did enter that into the challenge, but I have not sewn a t-shirt before, period, or for the challenge, and I wanted to give it a go, and I also want to support the challenge in general. So if you want to see what I made, why I made it, and how I felt about working with this particular t-shirt knit that I rarely ever work with, please continue to watch. So when I made my original plans for this video, I picked out a couple of patterns to use. The first pattern was the Galaxy Tee that I have heard lots and lots of raving reviews on, and I had also planned to make a t-shirt dress out of Simplicity 8375. When I went to cut out the Simplicity 8375, I pulled the pattern pieces out of the package, and at some point I had already cut into the pattern. Didn't realize that. I don't know when I did it or what I even had in mind when I did it, but it must have been a while ago because the size that was cut already was not the size that I would need to make a dress. And I wasn't willing to like risk making it in the smaller size than what I need because I just didn't want to waste time or fabric. So unfortunately, I had to cancel that plan. So what I decided to do instead was make the Galaxy Tee into a t-shirt dress. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about this pattern, which is the Galaxy Tee, and my experience while making it, and I won't go off into like all these huge details because there are just so many reviews on this t-shirt already that many of you have possibly seen, but there are a few things that I would like to point out about it for those who have not, or for those that have and just aren't aware. So again, this pattern is called the Galaxy Tee. This is a free pattern that is a PDF download from Paper Scissors Cloth, and I believe all I had to do was sign up for their blog newsletter by going through their Instagram page, and then I was able to download the pattern if I'm remembering correctly, and I think I am. I have had this downloaded for some time, so I'm not like 100% sure, but what I'm saying sounds right. So the pattern description states that the Galaxy Tee is a classic tee with a chic puff sleeve, and it is the perfect modern update to an everyday essential, and I do agree to that. There's only one view to this pattern, which is fine because as I did, you can alter it into a dress, which gives you two different views. It's very hackable. You could put a ruffle on it at the bottom, anything. The fabric recommendations for this is going to be your cotton knit, and the sewing skill level according to the blog is set as easy and very beginner friendly. I used 5 pattern pieces to make this dress, and the pattern pieces that I used were the front, the back, the sleeves, the sleeve band, and the neck band. There was also like a guide included on the pattern for you to cut a small strip of interfacing to help stabilize the back shoulders here. So you just infuse that onto the back shoulder of the back pattern piece. So the notions that you need is just going to be your thread. The pattern sizing comes in size 80 centimeters through 122 centimeters. So the size that I cut was a size 116 centimeters, and that accommodated for my 46.5 bust size. I do think that that size was fine. I know some may look at how my dress looks and thinks that maybe it could be taken in a little, which means maybe I could have possibly sewn a smaller size. The issue is that I don't sew with a whole lot of knits that is this stretchy. I have mainly sewn with like the double brush poly that doesn't have as much stretch, and it is not as heavy as this. And I know with stretch knits there's much more ease, so you can actually size down and it will still look okay, but I don't like knits to hug on my body. So I just left it the way it is, because if I cut the fabric and it's fitting me in a way that I feel uncomfortable, it's just gonna make me upset and I'm never gonna wear it. And after I just kind of like adjusted this with this on my body as if I would take it in, I felt like it was a little bit too hugging on me and I didn't want that. So yeah, that is the reason why I cut this size. First of all, because you know it's accommodating for my bust size. Second of all, because it wasn't too tight. But even though it is a little bit loose fitting, I do prefer this look. I don't think it looks sloppy. I did ask my husband and he thinks it looks fine too, so I'm good with that. I just left it the way it was and I'm overall satisfied with the look that I got from this dress. T-shirt dress. So does it look like the photo drawing on the envelope? It does, if you look at it from the waist up, and I will have a picture in here that will show you how it would look as a t-shirt versus the t-shirt dress. I'll just have it gathered up on the side. But yes, it definitely looks like the Galaxy Tee. The instructions were super duper easy to follow. They actually were beyond easy to follow. Everything, including the photos that were giving while the instructions were written, were just on point. What I particularly liked about the pattern, well, let me tell you, I love several things about this pattern. Some of the things that I love has to do with the finished look of the garment, and some of the things that I loved had to do with how the pattern was set up within the PDF format. And I will talk about the finished garment first. The first thing that I like is the puff sleeves with the cuff on the t-shirt. Love it, love it, love it. I mean, it really does elevate the look. Even in the stores with ready-to-wear clothes, I personally don't see this often. This meaning the puff sleeves with cuffs. If you take away from the puff sleeves from this dress that I made, it definitely would look like an oversized t-shirt with no glam to it. So I like how much the sleeves really elevate this look. My fabric is a more drapey fabric, a drapier type of knit, so I would imagine that making this in like a ponte knit would make the sleeves even more elevated. I also like the neckband and the width of the neckband. I think that's really nice, along with the gathers within the top of the sleeve and all along the cuff. Just love it. Now, the things that I love about the PDF pattern was that it was only 16 pages to tape up. It seems like every single PDF pattern that I have cut has always been way more than 16 pieces of paper. So when I realized that I was done taping, I was like super uber duper excited, because I'm not a fan of it. The other thing that I liked about the PDF side of things is that there are symbols for each pattern size for the notches. I have sewn many PDF patterns, and just like with commercial patterns, the cutting lines run into each other at some point in time. And one thing that would bother me even more than taping the pattern together with PDF patterns was how the markings for the notches also ran into each other, and I couldn't figure out which notch was for my particular size, because they just all ran into each other, and I would have to figure out how to assemble my garment to the best of my knowledge when I ran into those situations. Every PDF pattern company should mirror this practice and have symbols for each size on the pattern, so that the sewist won't run into any issues while being able to transfer their notches. I thought that was absolutely genius. Now, while I have sewn many PDF patterns, I haven't sewn with a lot of different companies. I usually kind of stick with the same companies that I'm downloading PDF patterns for, so maybe the other companies do that. But this was the first time I experienced that out of the few pattern companies that I have downloaded patterns with, and I was very pleased. Thank you, cloth, paper, scissors. So what did I dislike about the pattern? There was nothing that I disliked about the pattern at all. As far as first time experiences, yes, this was my first time making a t-shirt dress. Love it. So as far as fabric is concerned, as mentioned earlier, I use this cotton knit that's like mint green with hints of gray. I had several fabric options to choose from, but I picked this one because, as some of my subscribers mentioned, it will be easier to see the details such as the gathers when using a non-textured fabric, and the other fabrics that I showed had like rib knit. They were like rib knit, or they either had stripes in it, and it would just be easier to see the designs and the features of this t-shirt by not using anything with lines or texture. So yeah, so thank you for the suggestions. I purchased this fabric at Walmart and I paid $8 for 3 yards. It was one of those bundles. And as far as any alterations, obviously, yes, I lengthened the top into a dress, but I don't have any modifications. If you want to hack the pattern, you can do what I did, but as far as actually recommending something because it needs something, no, I don't have any recommendations. I would definitely recommend this pattern to others. This is a pattern that is perfect for your cotton knits, for, you know, basically if you have pieces in your wardrobe that you want to elevate. So yes, you can definitely kind of get a dress up, dress down look with this, depending on how you coordinate or style this pattern. So this pattern is available on the paper, scissors, cloth. That's what it is. I think I said it wrong earlier, but it is paper, scissors, cloth. This pattern is available on that website. All you have to do is download it, and you may possibly need to sign up for the newsletter first. And as far as my pairings, I paired my dress, my Galaxy Tee dress, with my black slides that I purchased from DSW, some little jewelry here that I purchased from Macy's, and these earrings I believe I purchased at Walmart. So now I will enter a few more pictures and twirls of me in my Galaxy Tee dress, and I will show you a couple ways of how you can style this. So yes, this dress is going to get a lot of wear, a whole lot of wear. I can wear this with leggings, as you've seen. I can wear this with pumps without leggings because it's long enough to wear it as a regular dress. I can wear it with tennis shoes. I can wear it with jeans and socks. I can even wear it with a cardigan. So please let me know what your thoughts are about this pattern and my dress in the comment section below. Also, let me know which way you liked it styled the best, and also don't forget to go over to Instagram and look at the hashtag Tshirt4Summer2022 and actually search the hashtag here on YouTube so you can see what other sewers have sewn up for this particular challenge. I think it was such a great challenge. Joey, thank you so much for your hard work getting this organized and gathering the sponsors and things like that. You've done a wonderful job, and I know you did it solo, so yeah, we appreciate your hard work. So yeah, I am getting ready to end this video, but before you leave, please take a pause for the cause and click the like button and the subscribe button and the gray notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. you.